Welcome back to Roses Fitness. Today we will be going through my entire at-home, no equipment mobility drill. We'll start all the way at the top with our neck and we'll work all the way down to our hips. Our kinetic chain starts at the top. We have your neck, your thoracic cavity, your rib cage, your spine, your hips, your pelvis, and then your lower half, of course, your knees and your ankles. So anything that affects the ankles is going to work its way up and affect the hips, which will affect the back, which will affect the neck. Okay, and vice versa. If your neck is affected, then it'll affect your mid back, your low back, your hips, your knees, your ankles. Okay, so when we talk about mobility, we are talking about full ranges of motion for your body. All right, so we're going to start with the neck. So what I like to do, take whatever arm you want to start, put it underneath your butt, sit firm on it, so it's pulling this muscle group down, right? So now you're going to turn the opposite way. First movement, you're completely facing the wall here. You're going to look down at the ground and back to the ceiling, okay? Down to the ground and up to the ceiling. You're going to do this for 10. So this is 3, all the way up, all the way down, 4, up, down, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? And we're going to do the opposite here. We're going to take our other arm, put it under that butt cheek, and sit on it firm. You're going to push this muscle group down. Okay? Turn, facing that wall. Look all the way down, all the way up, down, up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Okay. So that is our first movement with the neck. The second one, again, you're going to be sitting on the opposite hand, okay? So now the goal is to connect our ear to our shoulder, okay? So we're going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to switch it up. We're going to put our ear down. We're going to roll our neck back. So we're looking up at the ceiling. And then roll the neck down. So you're looking down at the ceiling. We're going to do 5 of those. Okay, all the way up and down. That's 2. Up, down. That's 3. Mingo. Up, down. That's 4. Last one here. Up and down. Okay. And now I do personally have issues with my neck. So if you see me like wincing or anything, it's real life. Okay. That is one of my weaker areas, so I have to do these stretches very delicately, and I recommend that you do the same because, again, we don't want to affect the neck, okay? That is a very important part of our body. Okay, now opposite side, ear to shoulder, all right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to switch it up. Ear down, look up to the ceiling, down at the ground, there's 1, up, down, that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you, I'm going to change how I'm sitting. So this one is really good if you wake up in the morning, you have a kinked neck or you slept wrong, your neck is kind of stuck. Okay, when we're trying to regain the mobility of our neck, start with this, okay? So we're going to stick our neck, or our chin, I should say, out, and then bring it back in. Out, bring it in. And I know not only does it look insane, but it feels insane, okay? But it really does help. And this is one of those things where when you wake up in the morning and you can't move your neck, start here, okay? So we're going to do it a couple more times. We're going to go out, bring it in. Next up is going to be our shoulders. The position is flat on the ground, okay? Flat, hands intertwined over your head. You're going to lift up your thoracic cavity or your rib cage. Bring your arms out, palms down, and then about midway, flip the palms up, bring them down on your back, okay? And then flip the palms back up, down, up, and repeat, okay? This is 3. This is 4. And 5. Okay, I'm going to do it the opposite way so that you can see. Thoracic cavity up, arms out, and on the back, okay? There's 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Now, this is a no equipment necessary mobility drill. I have resistance bands that I use at home for my stretching. For the sake of sticking with the program and no equipment, I'm going to grab my Swiffer. Okay, you're going to want to grab anything like a broom, Swiffer, anything that you can lock your arms into a good V, like so, okay? The ultimate goal here is bring it up and back, okay? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, easy. We're going to begin with a forward fold, okay? You're going to bend over, touch your toes, okay? You're going to hold everything for about 30 seconds, all right? Now, if you can't touch your toes, you should be doing some of these, all right? Take a deep breath. Exhale on that reach, okay? If you're more experienced, you have the flexibility. I like to go like this, rotate my knees. I guess I don't know how to say that. Rotate my legs back and forth. But I'll put one leg completely down, let the knee come up, alternate, and that helps me a lot. Okay, that's our 30 seconds. Next up is our butterfly. Okay, our feet are directly in front of us, knees down. You want to envision your knees are going to the ground. I like to take my ankles here and pull it as close to my pelvis as I can and push my knees down. Okay, we're going to hold for 30. Halfway. All right, 5 more seconds. And done. Okay, and now from here, we're going to extend one leg out, bring this one down to a big figure 4. All right, you're going to reach over, grab the toe, take a big deep breath, and exhale. I don't like to sit and hold this stretch. I find that moving with it helps a lot. It'll help get you out of that plane of motion that you might be stuck in, regain some of that flexibility. All right, and switch. And same thing here. We're going to reach over, grab, big deep breath. I like to move around with it. I really do. Flexibility, mobility is something I'm very passionate about. And you really don't appreciate it until you have limited mobility or limited movement. And that's what we want to avoid. Next up, we will do our typical feet in front of you, one leg crossed over, opposite elbow, pulls facing that way, okay? I like to take a big deep breath and crack my back on this, so bear with me. Just one. Lame. Okay, and we're going to hold. Really push your elbow into your knee towards the wall behind you. So you're really stretching all the way from your butt to your thigh here, okay? We really want to feel that stretch. And next, of course, big deep breath so I can pop my back. Ooh, nothing that time. That almost kind of makes it worse, you know? All right, we're going to hold, actively pushing that elbow into the knee, into the wall behind us. Really get that stretch all the way from your glute to your quads here. We really want to feel that pull. All right, and now we do that all again. Forward fold, and now you should notice that you have a little bit more mobility here, okay? And if you don't, I really encourage you to move your body with it. Take some deep breaths. Okay? Remember, just like anything else, I can show you how to do these things. I can teach you the ways, but it's up to you to take these tools and implement it into your daily routine. You should be stretching every single day. If you are over the age of 25, you should be stretching every day. All right, back to our butterfly, actively pushing those knees to the ground. All right. All right, and our figure four. And now by the second round of this, I can tell that my mobility is pretty much back, and I can almost bring my head all the way down to my knee. All right, halfway. All right, and switch. About halfway there. All right. Okay, and now we're going to go back to leg crossed over, opposite arm, stretch. Really feel that pull here, okay? Halfway. All right. Mingo Man. You're so cute. You're so cute. Hi, honey. Hi, Bubs. Getting distracted. All right. 10 more seconds. Hi. All right. And now we are moving on to our hip flexors. Okay. First and foremost, we want this leg to be straight, okay? And we want our legs to be parallel, okay? We have one leg here, one leg here. Boom, 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 parallel. My body is facing towards my shin. Let's put a hand on the bottom of my foot here, the other one on my knee, and fold forward, okay? So you're bringing it down. There's one. Timing go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And now we switch to the opposite side. Okay, so first and foremost, legs are straight. Okay. Boom, boom, parallel. All right. Hand on the bottom of the foot, fold forward. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So now from here, I'll face this way first. So you want a big V, okay? And we're dropping our knees. So there's 1, all the way up, 2, 3. Try not to move your butt. Keep your butt planted. Keep your ankles and your like the heel of your foot planted, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That concludes my mobility drill. I recommend doing it at least once a day, a couple times a day. If you do end up doing this mobility drill, please leave me a comment, like and subscribe for more.